Hey, hello everybody, welcome back to Modern Flashback.
Magic.
With Mr. Boopster. This guy. Mr. Boopster. So anyway, you voted. We had, surprisingly, and I think it might be because I was pretty late uploading the video, but we actually had a really low view count on last week's episode. Either that or just nobody liked that dredge deck. I don't know. But low view count also means lower votes than usual. So we only had 330 votes.
Oh no.
Which is still quite reasonable.
It's
a lot more than we got with
Strap
Strap
than
Hole.
we normally get.
Yeah.
With Strap Hole.
It's just we've been like doing a streak of 400s. So kind of sucks to break that. But whatever. So in last place, by the way, this week wasn't even close with the voting.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you that before I tell you what happened. But so in last place, we had Death Shadow Aggro. So that's obviously a shadow of its former self. And it's going to retreat into the shadows.
You always see it in Modern,
Yep.
so
It's definitely
see it here.
This is the death of that deck. And I have no pun for aggro, so. So anyway, that one's gone. 41 votes. Then we had Scridiculous, just slightly, sneaking the win from Death Shadow with 45 votes, which I'm really happy about because I love that deck so much, even though it's not that great. Then, in third last place, we had Cocoa Warriors with 82. Now, for a while, Cocoa Warriors was like kind of tied with the one that actually got first place. And, it was kind of interesting to watch them go back and forth. And then I went to sleep, and then I looked at it the next day, and I already was making the thumbnail, because, in
just that much of a
fourth last place, aka first place, Waste Not Storm with 162 votes, which is, I believe, 49% of the votes.
So close.
Yeah, so it was a squeaker, but
It's such a fun deck, though. Waste Not Storm.
it really is. Unfortunately, I mean, it might have a good chance, but last time it was just paired against a deck that doesn't have the typical amount of, like, ratio of creatures and lands and
Spells
all that,
and
because it was
whatnot.
against the Planeswalker deck, so it's mostly Planeswalkers and lands. And now it's against a 42 land deck with 4 creatures total, so good luck with your zombie army there.
Especially since your enchantment can easily deal with those
Oh, yeah.
zombies, so.
But you never know. I mean, there is the nice upside of, if I have a Seismic Assault in play, each time I discard a land, it gives you at least 2 black mana. So who knows?
Yeah,
Who knows what could happen?
Potentially.
It's kind of wacky. So yeah. So Cocoa Warriors and Scridiculous get to come back next week, and the 2 decks that we're going to add to that are Harambe's Revenge and Jeskai Control, which I think
Harambe's Revenge is, I believe, a Nea-colored zoo deck.
it's like, yeah, it's basically a zoo deck, but the Harambe is kind of basically because there's Kurt Apes and stuff. Is that all the orders of business? I believe it is. Vote up there, and we will see you in Game 1. Alright, Game 1. Go ahead and show your hand.
We've got those.
Whoop. And for myself, some of those, and one of those. Go ahead.
Bloodstained Mire Crack. Going to find very shiny mountain.
You got it. It is very shiny. Is that a promo because it has the star, or did they all have the star in those days?
I think they all had the stars in those days,
Yeah.
but I'm not positive.
I'm not either. Anyway.
I thought the promo had the star as the set symbol.
Well, that I know they didn't always have that.
Yeah,
but
I'm not really sure.
yeah, I don't know either.
Burning Inquiry.
Oh, okay.
Player draws 3 cards and discards 3 cards at random.
So since we each are going to have so many cards in hand, I think we're just going to shuffle up our hand and then have the other person pick the cards instead of doing it with a dice like you're supposed to. I don't like... What don't I like? Let's take that and these, because that makes a U or an N, depending on your perspective.
I'm going to take this one, and this one.
Okay. Let's
Big guy in the
see
line.
what happened. You got my 2 spells.
You got my Inquisition and 2 lands.
All right. Well, well, poop. That took the wind right out of my sails on the first turn. Draw a card. Ugh. Okay, Temple of Epiphany. Let's see if we can have an epiphany. We cannot. Bottom. Good. That could have boned me real hard.
I think we're just going to go for Blood Crypt tap. There you go.
Very little going on right now. Draw. Well, here's a man land at least. Go ahead.
Hey, you might have to beat me to death with that.
You never know.
Untap.
Could wander with this fumarole. Oh. Do you even want to do that?
I don't think I do.
Like, do you want to trade my crap hand for maybe a half decent one?
Yeah, we're just not going to miracle that, even though you do know it's in my hand now.
Yeah. What am I going to do about it?
Yeah.
That's the question. I mean, this would be good if I had like a Seismic Assault, I guess, but I'm pretty favored to just draw lands now.
Sure go. Yeah, without a waste knot, reforging isn't really what I want to be doing.
Don't want to do this, just a thin. I think at this point I do. Scalding Tarn. Go ahead.
That's when the fetch lines are important, when you discard all your spells.
Normally they're the worst card in the deck, and you always just want to discard them, but I think in this case, they actually come in handy. Also, I would have had to discard if I didn't play one.
Yeah. I think here we're going to go for another Burning Inquiry.
Alright. Yeah, I'm not going to crack this one first, because I don't want to thin when I have the potential to discard cards. I want to thin when I'm just drawing a card. Because I don't want to lose anything important, if I can help it. These and that one. Actually, that's what I did last time.
That is what you did last time.
There. Good. This time you get a U and I get an N.
You get an M.
I get an M. Sweet.
Or W, depending.
And you got my spell again.
You got... yes, you put Past in Flames in the graveyard.
Great.
And that reforged the soul.
Ugh. Okay. That sucks.
So... we're going to use this black to Dream Salvage.
Oh, so yeah.
You discarded 3 cards, so that's just an Ancestral.
Just an Ancestral.
It's just an Ancestral.
No big deal or anything.
Really didn't lead me into anything, so...
Well, serves you right. You've taken all of my spells at random.
Blackleaf Cliffs tapped. Sure go.
I'm going to crack this for thinning purposes, going to 19. And... I think we get a Steam Vents if I still have one left in here. Which I should. I don't think I... Yep. One more left in there.
Those go in the graveyard now.
Yes, they can. Oops. Oh, that would have been nice. Okay, heart of the cards. Draw. I guess if it's a land, there could be worse ones. Temple of Epiphany. Oh, no. No, sir.
There you go. Dug you one deeper.
Yeah, pass turn.
Untap. Draw for turn.
I think I'm gonna have to send in this fumarole. That's pathetic. That's so pathetic.
What do I do here?
You could cast Reforge if you want.
That can't be right, but...
Or could it be the most right?
2 mana.
Yep.
We're going to Desperate Ritual.
Okay. I'm going to keep track of Storm Count, because usually when you're adding mana...
You don't need to keep track of Storm Count. So we're going to use this 3 mana to cast the Simian Spirit Guide. And then we're going to...
Cast the Simian Spirit Guide?
Cast the Simian Spirit Guide.
Alright.
Enter go.
2 of those does block a fumarole pretty effectively. Draw a card. Yes. Something to do. And I can actually play a land, because I have an Is It Boilerworks, and that will return a Temple of Epiphany. So I can have maybe another Epiphany in the future.
Oh, now you can shoot my monkeys down.
4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, I certainly can. Or I could put you to 5. Or I could shoot your monkeys. But for now, I'm just going to pass turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Attack you for 4.
I'll take it. Go to 15.
Cards in hand.
7.
And they're all going to be lands.
They're all lands.
Here's a monkey.
Wow. Thrice monkeys. That's a lot of monkeys.
Enter go.
I don't think I want to shoot down monkeys, because I have better draws than that. And I have quite a few lands, so I could actually potentially kill you with them. So, yeah. Let's see, actually. So, if I do that... 2, 4... 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12... You're at 19?
Yes.
Shoot the untapped monkey.
I mean, I guess, yeah, activating Fumarole.
4 to activate Fumarole.
It's because of the Boilerworks, yes.
Attack, and I will flip him to a 4-1.
15. And you have
4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 14. Yeah, might as well pass turn.
Untap.
If you somehow play a fetch land or something, I can do stuff.
That just kills me. But
If that's
I don't think I can dig out of this, so.
So you're gonna reforge?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna respond to that by discarding all these and putting you to 1.
Yep.
Seismic Assault. And then we each draw 7?
Yes.
So if I draw 7 spells, you're safe. I did not.
And a waste not.
I'm going to respond to that by shooting 2 monkeys. And then I'll shoot you for 4.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Could not get a waste not that round.
Yeah, I didn't... I mean, you actually had pretty good luck at the beginning of that game, hitting all my spells, but this was a really clutch top deck.
Yeah.
So,
I guess maybe reforging on that turn would have been the thing.
Yeah, it could have been.
Still not sure if I would have dug into enough things to pull it out of your hand or not.
Yeah, like I'm unlikely to draw a spell, but I mean, it's not possibly. It's not like I literally don't have any spells in my deck.
Yeah,
so.
and once you get a Vortex, really can't cast Reforge.
Yeah, exactly.
As we've just seen.
Yeah. So, that was game 1, and we'll see you in Sideboards. Okay, sideboard time. I've gone over this twice, so I'm going to spare you a lot of the junk here. Don't need it. Not very good. Terrible, because you're not going to have that many zombies. No artifacts. Pretty bad. Also horrible. Tormod's Crypt's very good against Past in Flames, and I can actually protect myself against Surgical Extraction, which is kind of hilarious.
Because it's target player's graveyard, so if I try and Surgical and he has a Tormod's Crypt. But then it creates interesting things, too.
It does.
If I have a Past in Flames or whatever.
Yeah, like when do you actually crack it? So, but I do like the card. It's actually pretty versatile, and it costs nothing. And then these counter spells are actually really good against you because you don't have creatures. So if I could Spell Pierce a Waste Knot as it's coming down, that'd be pretty nuts. And then Mana Leak just at any point could disrupt some shenanigans potentially. Mm-hmm. They're pretty much useless if you're going
I've
already.
Wheeled once, then I definitely have enough mana to pay for them.
But basically, the Waste Knot Storm deck, if you have your ideal draw and I have my ideal draw, I don't go off until turn 4, and you I think, pretty consistently would be able to go off on turn 3 if you had your
sometimes
ideal.
Turn 2, it depends. But
but usually, safely, you could say turn 3, whereas I can't actually accelerate into an early Swans, so my combo is a turn 4 combo. So, yeah. If I can buy myself a turn with any of these counter spells, that'd be pretty good.
As for me, you didn't mention what you're putting in.
I did not. Thank you. So, what we're taking out, our one main deck, Anger of the Gods, that gets removed. Lightning Bolt is pretty bad, for the same reason that one's pretty bad. And I'm going to take out 2 Temple of Epiphanies, even though I think they kind of helped me quite a bit last game. But they are still slower, and it is worth noting, I considered taking out Swiftwater Cliffs, because you would, normally gaining 1 life is way worse than scrying 1. But I actually think in this matchup, that's not the case. Because if, let's say, you are trying to build just to Grape Shot, because you're not going to hit zombies that often, because I only have 4 swans in my deck as the only
4 creatures total on facing.
Yeah. So basically, most of the time you're going to be on the Grape Shot kill. Most of the time, it seems. And if you don't have the ability to Past in Flames it back, then you actually, this gaining 1 life or gaining 2 life from the 2 Swiftwater Cliffs that I'd leave in is actually pretty nuts, because that makes it so you have to cast 1 more spell.
And that could matter.
And that could very easily matter. So that's why I'm taking out the Temples instead of the Swiftwater Cliffs. And I'm going to take out 1 Molten Vortex, because, again, Molten Vortex is more of a removal spell than a win condition. It's in there as a spare win condition, but
having to pay mana every time is a lot worse.
And, of course, you do have access to Surgical Extraction, so I don't want to take out all the Molten Vortexes. I want to have some versatility if you somehow got rid of all my Seismics. So those come out, and this top row comes in.
As for me, Terminates, not really helpful generally when he's casting the Swans. He'll probably already have a Seismic Assault and can just respond to it, so not as good. Colligan's Command really doesn't do anything against him.
No.
Artifacts and things don't matter. The discard's not really important. Pyroclasms doesn't do anything. Damnation at sorcery speed against Swans isn't going to do anything, so just more things that don't do. Grafdigger's Cage, he doesn't utilize his graveyard at all, so doesn't really do anything. Surgical Extraction, it does a lot.
Yeah,
we have a lot of wheel effects that cause him to discard cards, and we can target anything that he happens to discard. And since he's relying on a 2-card combo, if we can manage to pick one of those off, we kind of just win.
Yeah. I mean, if you get all the Seismics, then I'm in really, really bad shape. If you get the Swans, I could potentially get lucky with Treasure Hunts and get there, but it's a lot harder. But if you hit all the Seismics, then I'm pretty much done.
As for what we're taking out, Manamorphose, 1 Pyretic Ritual, and 2 Reforged of the Soul. Normally I don't like taking out wheel effects from this deck, but
yeah,
this card,
it's not a good one.
if he's landed one of his enchantments, we can't really cast it, so it's not very good.
Yeah, because of course you can see what happened last time. I just responded to that by discarding all the stuff in my hand, and then I draw 7 cards, and then discard all the stuff in my hand, and that's usually you end up killing yourself faster that way than killing me. So, that was Sideboards, and we will see you in game 2. Alrighty, game 2. Go ahead and show your hand.
We've got those.
Whoop. And for me, a little weirder than I'm used to seeing in this deck, but should be interesting. At the very least. Alright. To you.
Blackcleave Cliffs.
Yep.
Exile Simian Spirit Guide for mana.
Oh boy.
And
This is a turn 1?
a Waste
It
Not
is a
Storm.
turn 1.
I guess it's not a waste. It's
No,
just a Waste
that's
Not.
the
It's
name
not
of
a
the
storm.
deck.
Enter go.
Alright, well. That's very interesting. We will draw a card. We will play Sheevan Reef and pass the turn. And see if you kill me on turn 2.
Draw
That would be
turn.
damn impressive.
Inquisition you.
Alright. Swans, Leak, Hunt, and 3 lands.
We shall take a hunt.
Do you care which?
Nah.
Okay. I'm going to keep the foil then.
Okay, so I draw a card from that.
Yes.
Blackleaf Cliffs. Inquisition you again. We're going to take the Mana Leak this time.
Okay.
Draw a card from that.
You are at Storm 2 currently.
It's not going to matter.
Oh, I guess you would need a
surgical
guide.
extraction in your treasure hunts.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, you get this one, obviously. You get the one in my hand. And I'll just fetch out the other two. You know the deck. Really? Okay. I was going to say you know the deck anyway, but got a little sidetrack there. Wow.
Wow. Your treasure hunt wasn't going to get really far, was it?
No. It really wasn't. I also would have treasure hunted into a treasure hunt and then treasure hunted into another treasure hunt. By the looks of
Exciting.
those cards in that order.
And then maybe you would have hit that seismic assault clump. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Alright, so you reduced me to a swans. I think you're in pretty good shape now.
Yeah, sure go. I mean, hey, you still got the Swans beat plan.
It's true. Swans is a good beatdown card, because you can't remove it with damage. Here's a reflecting pool, which can reflect blue or red, which is pretty sweet. And I'll pass turn.
Untap.
My poor treasure hunts.
Draw for turn.
Actually, you know what? I don't care about these treasure hunts, because every time I've cast treasure hunt, I just, get no value, it seems like. So. Good riddance
We're
to
going to
bad
go
rubbish.
for a dark deal.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a storm of 1, just in case. So then I will discard these 4.
I'm discarding 2.
So you get a zombie, a card, right? And 2...
4 black mana.
4 black mana. Yeah. 2 mana triggers. And then I draw 3, because I discarded 4.
4 mana zombie. I discarded 2, so I draw 1 from that.
By the way, that was a really good top deck.
And 1 other card. And we gotta use this mana.
Oh,
for
wow.
Dream Salvage.
Look at that.
Draw 4 cards.
So much better than Ancestral. So much better. Now Storm 2. In case it comes into play.
So we have 3 mana.
3 black mana.
3 black mana. Dream Salvage again.
Okay, why not? Card should be banned. Too good.
Too good. Exile Simian Spear Guide for mana.
Oh, that was lucky. That was good. I mean, it probably wasn't lucky. You drew 8 cards, but it was a good one to have.
Good one to have. And we're going to go for another dark deal.
So that would be 4. And you're going to get a card and 4 black mana. And then I draw 2.
So I draw 1 from that, and I
Yes.
draw 5 because I had 6 cards in hand.
Yes. Not in that order, but sure. Doesn't matter.
I don't think it really matters.
It doesn't.
And we'll use 2 of that to cast a Waste Not,
5.
and 1 of that for an Inquisition.
2 lands.
2 lands, exciting.
Very
Hey,
much
at least
so.
I know there's not a Seismic Assault
It's
coming.
true.
Enter go.
Alright, so... Not sure... If I draw a Seismic Assault, that'd be pretty spectacular. Draw a card. I did not. Here's a mountain, though. And I'll pass turn.
I think I know you had that.
Yes.
Untap. Draw for turn. Mountain.
Yep. Seems familiar.
Attack you for 2.
18.
Enter go.
Alright. Draw a card. Ooh. Saucy. Tormod's Crypt.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And a mountain. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw for turn.
Do you have any Past and Flames in there?
Not in the graveyard.
No. Okay.
A mountain.
You got it.
2.
16.
Enter go.
See, this could come up again, like if you have a surgical extraction for my Seismic Assault or anything, I could Tormod's Crypt myself to fizzle it. Because it will no longer have a legal target. Draw a card. I think there's no point in playing these out anymore. I guess you could make me discard them. That might be a reason to play these out.
But then you don't draw cards from them sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. Because I really don't ever need more than 4 mana unless I'm trying to go off with both halves of the combo in the same turn, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to keep this in my hand. Pass turn.
Untap. Draw for turn.
For that very reason. I mean, you already have used 2 Dark Deals, though, also. I don't know. It's actually kind of a tougher call than one might think.
Dragon Skull Summit.
Yep.
And we shall cast a Past in Flames.
Okay. What do you have for instant speed things in there?
Surgical Extractions, Dream Salvages.
Oh, I don't think I can...
Yeah, if you let it resolve, then I can target Surgical Extraction at your graveyard.
And then if you have another one, you could still get past this anyway. So if you have one in your hand and the one in your graveyard, then either way, that kind of screws me. If I do this now...
Then I at least have a Past in Flames in my graveyard.
Yeah, but nothing else to go with it.
But nothing else to go with it.
So I think the time is right. I will pop the Crypt targeting you. And if you have another Surgical in your hand, well played.
2 beats.
14.
Jurgo.
I kind of didn't think you did, or you probably would have done it before. But maybe you had this and were holding that until you...
Yeah, I was waiting one more turn for that, because I only had the 4 mana when I drew it.
Yes, sir. Seismic Assault. Pass turn.
Untap.
Can I get my thrills?
Drop
Yes, sir.
turn.
Yes, sir. You're at what? 18?
Yes.
So booping the zombie to keep myself alive is probably a better idea.
Desperate Ritual.
Ooh, okay. That would be a storm of 1.
And... What are you at?
Life total 14.
I think we just... go for it, as unexciting as it is. Grape Shot for 2.
Grape Shot me for 2. Alright. Go to 12.
And Burning Inquiry. I was probably going to discard it, so I figured 2 damage is a little better than just discarding it. Even though I really don't have anything else.
Do I want to shoot anything in response to the Inquiry, which is also 3?
Got a zombie there.
Yeah.
He's a source of damage.
Give me down to 1 card anyway, but if I get like a
it's
treasure
draw
hunt-
3, discard 3, so you could keep 2 cards if you don't discard anything.
Sure, but it's at random.
It's at random, so it could be anything.
So that's kind of what I'm wondering here. If statistically it's better to just draw 3, maybe I'll get something that goes with this, or something useful. Okay. I will just draw 3, so that resolves. And then we each discard 3 at random. Those 3.
Those ones.
All right.
Keep these. So I keep this.
Yes.
So you got... you got my Surgical.
Sweet.
I mean, I expected it.
Yeah. You got 3 lands, so a lot of mana.
6 mana. Sweet.
6 black mana.
6 black mana.
So that was still Storm 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we'll use 4 of it. Where did I put the grave dice? There it is.
Ah.
And my red.
Yep.
Past in Flames.
4.
Desperate Ritual.
5.
I can't, no, because it's from a hand, so I
No.
can't do that. So
If you had one in your hand, you could splice it. 6.
Surgical Extraction for life,
7.
because I believe you had a swans.
I
in there.
did. So you're going to choose swans?
Swans.
Pretty good choice, I'd say. Those are the 2 cards in my hand. So, nothing there. But you do get all my swans, which really sucks.
Especially with the treasure hunts. I don't think Seismic Assault's very scary anymore. It's going to be like a shock a turn.
Not so much. I basically have to, like, Days Undoing. I have to empty a hand, Days Undoing, and then empty a hand again, but on your turn. It's pretty much what I'm down to. I mean, you still have to kill me, though.
Yes. It's one of those red. Flashback. Burning Inquiry.
8.
Are you going to draw 3, or are you going to...
Oh, Burning Inquiry, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's the draw 3, discard 3 again.
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot your zombie.
Probably makes sense. Not going to get any more of those.
Yeah. Gonna lose it anyway, so. 1, 2, 3. Also, Tormod's Crypt's not useful anymore. Because you've already extracted all my good things and used your Past in Flames. You can have that one.
You can have that one.
Okay. Well, you have a spell. Tormod's Crypt, which is useless.
Oh, you hit my Saving Spirit Guide. I was planning on casting that, in all honesty. And...
Which
so
one's...
I hit a Tormod's Crypt, so I do get a draw card from that?
Yes. And some mana.
And some mana.
You get to draw 2 cards. You have 2 Wastelands.
Oh, yes, I have 2 Wastelands.
So you actually get...
Still doesn't make any better.
You actually get 8 black mana total. Because 2 lands and a Tormod's Crypt.
9.
Actually more if you didn't count that one, but whatever. I don't think you're going to need all that much.
This one doesn't have flashback, because I discarded that.
Simian Spirit Guide doesn't, because it's Simian Spirit Guide.
Yeah.
9.
9.
That goes to 4.
Desperate Ritual.
10.
Grape Shot.
For 11?
For 11.
Really? They had nothing else you could have done? I guess 1 card in hand, yeah.
Yeah.
I will go to 1.
Enter go.
That seems pretty saucy. Okay, so...
I just need, like, the 1 Grape Shot.
Yeah.
Good. The 1 other one.
It's true. You don't even have to storm for it. Okay, I think
Assuming it wasn't in the graveyard.
Okay. Untap, draw a card, and you know what's kind of hilarious? Swiftwater Cliffs. I think it's better to play this than to use it, so I'll go to 2, because if you top deck a Grape Shot now, it doesn't kill me in 1 hit, which is pretty sweet.
Makes sense.
So, pass the turn.
Untap.
So gaining life's actually better than shooting you for 2. Which
yeah, that was just a
never
spry.
happens,
That wouldn't be as good.
No, it wouldn't.
Draw for turn.
Definitely wouldn't.
Sure go.
Especially when there's nothing left in my library. Untap. Draw a card. Pass the turn.
Draw for turn. Dragon Skull Summit. Enter go.
Draw. Well, use it or lose it. Seismic Assault.
Very exciting.
Doesn't really do anything.
It prevents me from drawing 2 if I had a discard spell.
True. Pass turn.
Swamp. Enter go.
Go ahead.
Gonna cast Manamorphose.
Sure.
For 2 red.
Storm 1, if it happens.
And then we're gonna use 1 of that red for Burning Inquiry.
That's 2. Yeah, I guess so. I don't have any creatures, so you're not going to make any zombies. No. It almost doesn't matter at all what you get. These are all the same.
I'm just going to have a ton of mana, is that what it's going to be?
Yeah. I mean, they're not exactly the same, but functionally they're the same. These 3.
this one, and this one.
I'm going to guess right now, because I'm a psychic, that you're going to hit 3 lands. You hit 3 lands.
So that's 12 mana for me.
It is a lot of mana. 12 black mana.
12 black mana.
It's a lot of mana. But...
And luckily...
Oh, you got some stuff.
You didn't hit my
Oh,
ancestral.
alright. Storm 3. That can put you right back up top.
Going to cast... Manamorphose
4.
for 2 red.
Almost out of cards.
Almost.
It's pretty nutty.
And... use 3 of that mana for a dark deal.
5.
Discard our hand, draw that many cards, -1.
Yeah, I guess it's actually better for me if I don't use these. Right? I would get 2 back.
You get 2 back.
Otherwise, I get nothing back. But what's left in my library? There's really not much left in here.
Yeah, there's no treasure hunts or swans, so there's not too much. There's like a day's undoing.
Yeah, and that doesn't matter one way or the other. Well, actually it does, because I would want that in my hand. Okay, fine. So discard your hand and draw that many -1. So here's a bunch more mana for you.
So I draw
4, 8, 12 black mana. And I draw 2 cards.
20 mana.
Maybe I should have shot. This is rotten luck.
Here's another waste.
6. Days Undoing is like the only thing I think that can win me this game. Or you just missing over and over and over and over. Which is a lot less likely.
Yeah, and there's nothing I want to do with any of that. So
20 mana is not...
I have 20 mana and nothing to spend it on. It's your go.
Screw it. I think at the end of the turn, I'm just going to shoot you.
14.
So you go ahead and have 6 black mana.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot you with the one that just entered also. Draw a card. Here's another Seismic Assault. So now we got 3 of these bad boys.
That was the last one because you discarded one.
Yeah. And, sure, I'm going to shoot you. Make it interesting.
12.
It's probably better to keep these because you do have cards that are good against it, but I don't really care at this point.
Give me the mana on your turn.
Yes.
Untap. Draw for turn.
Not that you really seem to need it.
Manamorphose.
1.
Draw.
I guess you gotta be pretty careful.
I got 5 cards left in my library.
No. These are, graveyard.
Eat your go.
Woo! Alright. Shoot you.
10.
Go.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. There we go. Elixir.
Ah! Sure.
I mean, there's not a ton.
Yeah. And it doesn't give you another grape shot either, which is something.
Yes. Grape shot was probably...
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the
But
next
it
card.
gains you 5 life, which is pretty nuts.
Yes, the 5 life is quite relevant, actually. That's like 3 whole turns.
Yeah.
At this point.
I think Days Undoing, I think, is the only thing that possibly can get me out of this. And it's even not that good.
And...
Man, there's only 1 in the list. Ah, man. So bad.
Let your go.
So much bad. Draw. Shoot you.
13.
Go ahead.
Untap. Draw for turn.
It is definitely better to keep your lands, but I'm not going to.
Mm-hmm. Sure go.
Shoot you. Oh! No. Gain a life. 3. Now I have to string together 3 cards in a grape shot. Or 2 cards in a grape shot.
Draw for turn.
Which I actually still think is better than shoot at you. In that case.
It's your go.
Shoot you.
11. Cast a monkey.
Ah! Okay.
Enter go. Did you just not draw a land?
Drew a Spell Pierce. Go ahead.
Untap.
Oh boy. At least I'm at 3.
Draw turn.
You need a grape shot?
Monkey beats.
Go to 1. Oh, that's embarrassing.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Blood Crypt tapped. Enter go.
Ooh, okay. Day's Undoing. And since this is a Spell Pierce, I'm not gonna try and bluff anything.
11. Yeah.
Okay, so we shuffle our hand, which is Spell Pierce. This gets exiled by the end of it into our library, and we each draw 7, and then my turn ends. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to be doing some stuff on your upkeep. AKA shooting down a monkey. Because I'm at 1 life, and I don't want to lose to having poof flung at me. Oh, also... Oh, this doesn't actually discard. Each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into the library, so there's actually no discarding going on there.
Yeah, I didn't think that was the case.
Yeah.
So, untap, upkeep.
Yeah. On your upkeep... I think I'm obliged to shoot down monkey. So I'm going to shoot down monkey.
I am at 11, so I don't know if you have...
No, I didn't.
Nice.
I was paying attention to that.
Yeah.
If I would have just had all lands, I would have just killed you. But
So, on my upkeep, you give me 6 black.
yeah,
Not going to do anything with that.
I would hope not on your upkeep.
Draw for turn. I mean, hey, if we're just going to draw it, we're just going to draw it. Here's a grape shot for 1.
Well, mana leak. Can you pay for a mana leak?
I can.
God damn it! I was really close too. I could have put you to 10.
Oh!
Or put you to 1. But
We could
yeah,
have been 1 buddies, but then...
that's all I had. So you grape shotted me for 1. Actually, let's see. Yeah, so that would have worked. That would have worked.
That was by far the weirdest game of Magic I've ever played.
That was a very weird game of Magic.
And
We
now we're
each
going-
had 3 copies of these enchantments in play. There's like parody and top decks and wow, and a monkey? There was a monkey!
There was a monkey!
Alright, well.
Casting Simeon Spirit Guide won me that game.
So you take
Game
that
2.
game, and we will see you in the next one. Alright, after having poo flung at me in game 2 for the win, I will show my hand. That's what I have going on. Go ahead.
And we've got... those. Whoop. Oops.
Oops.
Kind of
Oh, mats.
slipped
Mats,
under
oops.
the mat.
Okay, I'm gonna lead with Swiftwater Cliffs, get my life total nice and high, 21. And I'll also play a Tormod's Crypt, pass the turn.
Ugh.
Gonna
Draw for turn.
obviously play that now in case you maybe want to take it with an Inquisition or something, or you make me discard it randomly. I might need it.
Blood Crypt untapped. Can do a bit of your work for you.
Sure.
Exile Monkey.
No, again?
Waste Knot.
Again with the turn 1 Waste Knot?
Enter go.
Ugh. Alright. Draw a card. Bah. Oh, that's really bad. Gonna play Boilerworks and return Swiftwater Cliffs.
Oh, look at that life gain.
Pass the turn.
Draw for turn.
So much life gain.
Sure go.
Oh, alright. Now I don't feel as bad. Draw a card. Swiftwater Cliffs. 22. Pass turn. Of course.
Yes.
It's not like I have that much going on anyway.
Desperate Ritual.
Storm 1.
Manamorphose.
2.
Ending with a black and 2 red. Draw a card from that. And we shall use that 3 mana for a deal.
3. That's going to be really good for you. Okay, so that's what you get. And I get 5 cards.
So I get 8 mana. Draw 1 from that and a zombie. And I'm discarding 4. Draw 3 from that.
Yes.
I mean, hey, now my mana problems are solved. Don't have to worry about missing a land drop.
It's true. I mean, you don't have any red, but I mean, you drew like a trillion cards, so it's not a number.
It was more the cards I drew.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your go.
Oh.
I'm
right.
not going to miss land drops anymore. That's all I can say.
Untap. Draw a card. Wow, now we're suddenly playing a different deck. That's kind of absurd. Well, I do have a Seismic
Oh no.
now that you so graciously gave me one. And I'll pass the turn.
Untap.
That zombie's gonna undo all my Swiftwater cliffing.
Draw for turn.
Cliffing?
2.
I will take it. Go to 20.
Ooh, interesting. Manamorphose.
Sure. Storm 1.
Making a red and a black. Actually, no. We can play a black leaf cliffs as our land.
Okay. It's a good time for it.
Use the red for Burning Inquiry.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Alright. That's Storm 2. We draw 3. Unfortunately, I couldn't quite leave up what I wanted to leave up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Boilerworks isn't really nice to cast a Seismic Assault.
No, it's not. The reason I played it so early is I wanted to keep my hand size large in case you did this on following turns.
That one. That one. That one.
I don't like the bottom.
You don't like the bottom?
No. Ugh. That kind of hurts. That's what you get. Spell Pierce, Mana Leak, and Sulphur Falls.
So, 2 mana. Draw 2 from that. Spell Pierce, Mana Leak.
Still got this crypt up if you got your nonsense. And if you have 2 bits of nonsense, then, you know, whatever.
That. And that for Desperate Ritual.
Sure.
3 red.
Is that only your 3rd this turn? Am I right about this?
Did
I miss one somewhere?
No, I just Manamorphosed into Burning Inquiry.
And then Desperate. Okay.
And,
Yep.
yeah. Or, no, sorry. I Manamorphosed. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And
Burning and Desperate Ritual.
And now just Desperate Ritual.
Yes. Okay. Just making
I was
sure.
looking at
The other one.
spells, and it's like, nah, that's not quite right.
So you discarded that.
Surgical Extraction targeting swans.
So that's a 4. Yeah. I think I'm obliged to pop my Crypt on myself. So I'm going to exile my graveyard from the game in response.
Yep.
So that
I will lose my target. And 3 mana for Dark Deal.
Okay. The damn Boiler Works. Could have stopped you at any point during this entire turn. But nope, had to be the bounce land. Now I feel real bad about having played that stupid bounce land.
You just really wanted those 2 life.
That part's nice, but it's the fact that I had to to get the 3 red, I had to tap all these, and then I took down my only blue source when I had 3 counter spells.
Oh, you even had the other spell pierce.
Yeah.
Oh.
So at like any point during this, at the beginning when you like don't have any mana, I could have just done that, but well, whatever. Do I discard?
Discard for damage, even though you draw less.
You're at 18?
Yes. There's also my little zombie here.
I don't think I do in case I get a Swans. So, here. Spell Pierce and 3 lands.
So 6 mana. I'm drawing a card from that, and I'm discarding 2, so I draw 1 card.
Yes. Sorry, that was number 5, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Because there's a surgical in there. At some point. Even though it got countered, it did get cast.
And
actually, does this remove itself because you sacrifice it and then?
It sacrifices cost, so yeah.
This is old wording, so I wasn't sure if the sacrifice is actually the cost.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the sacrifice is part of the cost, so it would exile itself. Enter go.
Ooh, nice. All right. All the stuff you did after I popped Crypt, right? Or did it get some of these too?
I think it got the first wave, but not the second wave.
So these 4?
I think those. Yeah,
these 4. Okay. Just want to make sure. I mean, I don't really have much graveyard recursion, but I guess it gives you.
Yeah.
I don't know, some. Draw a card.
Potentially a surgical extraction target.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, maybe I really want to get that mana leak gone.
Yes.
Even though I guess it's exiled. And the other spell pierces too.
Did I forget to draw cards?
Yeah, you did.
There's 1, there's 2, and here's my draw for turn. I just realized I just discarded 3 and didn't draw anything. Okay, well, I'm glad I remembered that I forgot, because here's the Swans.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna shoot it for 2, draw 2 cards. Shoot it for 2, draw 2 cards. Shoot it for 2, draw 2 cards. This is looking very good for you, by the way. Shoot it for 2, draw 2 cards. Okay. Shoot it for 2, draw 2 cards. Okay, now I don't think I can miss. Shoot it for 2, draw 2 cards. Shoot it, draw. Shoot it, draw. Ugh. Shoot it, draw. Shoot it, draw. You're at 18, so I have to hit you with 9.
Yes.
2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, not yet. Shoot it for 2, draw 2 cards.
I'm getting a whole bunch
Shoot
of
it for 2,
draw
2 cards. Yeah, guess I should maybe keep track of that, but
I don't think to use it on.
Yeah, I don't know what you're going to do with that much black.
If I had a Dream Salvage, it might do something, but even then, Grape Shot's a sorcery, so probably not.
4, 5, 6, 7. Still at 7. Shoot it for 2. Draw 2 cards. Shoot it for 2. Draw 2 cards. Oh my god. Shoot it for 2. Draw 2 cards. I'm gonna stop as soon as I can, but there we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And just for the record, you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. I think it was to that one.
Yeah.
So you have 32 mana. 32 black mana.
Yeah.
And then I will shoot you 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 18? You're at 18, right?
Yep.
Shoot you for 18. I got a little worried because I started drawing all these spells like I like shoot swans, get a land and a spell, and then I'd shoot swans and get 2 spells.
And
I'm like, this is going to be really bad. But it ended up pretty good for me. Really glad I remembered that I forgot things.
Yeah, like I had the past in flames,
that
but I only had 1 red when it was up.
Yeah.
And so no way to generate red for all the value.
Whew. Well,
I guess maybe it was worth it to surgical destruction, but it seemed like such a horrible idea.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought this matchup would be just kind of boring, but actually, all 3 of these games were quite interesting, which is it's a nice surprise. So this deck gets to return again. I think was this his 3rd win? It was, right? I believe so.
Yes, this is its
This is his 3rd win. Okay, so next time it leaves no matter what, right?
Yes.
And if it wins, then it joins the Hall of Fame with fairies. Woo! So we'll see that.
Fairies will finally have a competition.
Yeah. So don't forget to vote. If you want to not see this deck again, make sure you vote for something that can actually win against it, which I'm not sure what that is, but just vote. And we'll see you on Friday and next week. Bye. As Mr. Boopster.